Are you all welcome? I was just channeling, and the reading was not. I didn't even record. I forgot. Anyways, I was basically saying, what was I saying? I was saying basically like, somebody got a problem with you when it comes to a situation, whatever, because you wanna be you want to think like a man and act like a woman, or you want to act like a woman and think like a man from a respectful standpoint. And you got people looking at you like, women, female, looking at you like, oh, I don't like that you moving like that. You're so loud about it because you're not covering the people that, want to be that way, who's in that energy. And it's like, okay, well, that's not my problem, because now everybody's flocking over there. And then you're creating descendants where you're creating descendants where I think that this is my man, or my intuition is telling me that this is my man, this is my woman, but they not. They're not my friend, they're not loyal to me. Because you over here, because you want to get your ass beat. You want to have a man or woman talk to you or treat you whatever you want to treat you. It's crazy too. I'm here, not the problem, but it's a point too. These men out here, they like girls that like ratchet and stuff like that. The women, they grow up to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, little girls look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just because I'm seeing stuff here, and I'm like, you understand that the girls you attracted to, that is your daughter, right? You understand that the men that you're attracted to, that is your son, right? You need to go with a cougar. You need to go, like, so when men go to like someone younger, they want to go after their daughter, okay? And it's like, go after a cougar. Go after, like, cross that line where it's not your daughter, and they are wise, and they are a woman where, okay, this is a woman and a man. This is a woman who came from a man, who came from a woman, okay? They don't look like my daughter. I see them for them being born in that particular family. There's no similar, because you know what, in actuality, it shows that this person has not grown yet. They're not there yet. They're still young. Okay, and if you meet them at a party, you meet them and it's that type of vibe, but then after the party and stuff like that, it's appropriate. And just make sure you don't snap into it again. And there is a I don't know what the connection is to this here, but there is the cops passed by, and not by me, but it was the cops was going by, and I said somebody's in trouble. There's a growing like I said, to take the census with a grain of salt. You know, when they do the census and they come to your door and they start checking people, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Because there's a lot of people that's coming over here undocumented, right? Or people that's not documenting the fact that they're in the United States, or they're living where they're supposed to be at. We're counting people's addresses and, social security, all that extra stuff here. We're counting those. And sometimes that get lost in the system. Confirmation. There's this thing where it's like, when people are desperate here, when a particular nationality, because, I was also saying too, like, I'm like, they say white people are the most, there's a whole bunch of white people in America or in the United States and stuff like that. I'm like, well, damn, it's a lot of fucking land. It's a lot of land. And there's a lot of shit that's not being documented. So how can you know that there's more fucking white people than here? Because everywhere I go, I see fucking Spanish people. So you sure the population hasn't doubled? You sure there's more white people here than anybody else here? Or is it more Spanish people here than anybody else? Because if you got all these immigrants coming across the border, and after, and then, you understand what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it. Let's really think about it. And maybe we could actually get them to close the motherfucking border. If there's more Spanish people over in America than white people. I mean, it's nice, but it's like, it's not nice the way where it's coming from. I'd rather take the nice, pretty self. I'd rather take the side where it's like evolution, where we're real hard to make something look pretty. Not somebody coming over here and we gotta do that shit again where it's common sense. This ain't 19 or 18 or this. We not doing that. Because it's common sense for you not to go over here and sell drugs and kill and do all this extra shit here. It's common sense. So why do we gotta take pity on you? You're not white, and you smart, and you born in this day and age, which means that you know right from wrong clear. And there's this thing where it's like, people are so desperate, the immigrants are so desperate. I'm getting a vision. I'm getting a feeling that the immigrants are so fucking desperate. You know how they say them stereotypes? You might not believe in those stereotypes, but them stereotypes is true. I don't think it should be taken with a grain of salt, honey. But I do see that you need to use you do need to use your intuition and discernment. Because not all Haitians are going to go around and steal your motherfucking kids. Not all Spanish people are going to be incesty. But if you see a high fluctuation of it, because they know fucking white people going around here lynching and shit like that. But we down the stereotype to, okay, white people are going to stick with, it's like Spanish people, but white guys is going to get with a white girl. They're going to choose they're going to choose the diverse person over a white girl or a white boy. And then they're getting this vision that the immigrants are so desperate because they're being deported here and they're closing the border and they're going to make it tight one day. They're going to make it tight one day where they're going to be having sex with their own blood. So that way the kids could stay in America. Or the kids could stay in the country, but we're talking about America. Because America is so great. Because as soon as you have a baby on America's soil, you can't kick them out. You gotta give them help. You gotta take care of them. Foster care, medical centers. So desperate that shit gonna go down. And yes, those people that are, committing incest and stuff like that, they're going to jail, but probably never be found out if they do it in secret, because that's what some of them, the Hispanics, do. They do that shit in secrets, blind spots, and they keep smiling and shit like that. And in America, right now, they touching all bases, corporate, they touching construction working, okay, teachers. I mean, you name it. There's not no damn man's world, it's an Hispanic world. And no offense, but it's like, damn, you're not giving enough motherfuckers to breathe. It's not my fault that you don't know what to fucking do. But even though when somebody knows what to do, it's a lot of fucking attitude. Well, I'm gonna threaten you being incesty. I'm trying to make you uncomfortable. Because if anything was to get down, we would get down. That's probably why they're acting like that. Because it's like, at the end of the day, we want to stay in America. We want to stay where we want to stay here. It's survival of the fucking fittest. We like what we got going on, and we will fuck each other if push come to shove. And no other nationality ain't doing that shit. You're the only one that advertise incest. Ain't no other fucking race there's no other nationality that advertise that shit. You the only one that stick together. Y'all the only nationality that stick together with their people. Y'all the only ones, I'm going to go to a Spanish girl after you date this person. After you date a diverse person. These motherfuckers is they're like obsessed with white people. They're obsessed with white people. And they look so closely related to Asian people. They look a certain way. They look Spanish. Chinese people look Chinese. Just hearing the Spanish and Chinese, it looks jibbled up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Black people look black. White people look white. You hear the energy? White, black, Spanish, Chinese. Right? White, black. It's like you hear it, right? And it's not to be mean, it's not to do anything of that sort. But there's a lot of covering up, and it's not necessary. You need to go over there. And you're being a dick because you're letting everybody go over there and creating descendants. It's a problem. And then here comes you, where you're thinking like a man, acting like a woman because you refuse to be a punching bag. So if anybody's looking at you and not applauding you, they're a descendant or they doing some shit. That's why you can't talk to them. That's why you need to have a problem when somebody say something or make you look a certain way. You go harder. Because your ass didn't get enough. Your ass didn't get a good ass beating. Your ass did not get a good ass beating. To knock some sense in your ass. Who the fuck goes around doing that shit, honey? And it's not just that. It's just like, I'm not even talking about instance. I'm just like, who the fuck goes around saying that, oh, but this is what I like. I don't give a damn what you like here. Because now I'm the problem. I'm getting hurt. It's a problem, Joe. It's a problem, Christina. We got Joe, we got Billy, now we got Christina. Like, yo, the characters, man, the characters. Stevenson. I don't know what it is, but it's like all them motherfuckers coming from the fucking trailer park. They lost their damn mind. No offense if you guys came from the trailer park, you know what I'm saying? But they do, you know, too. There's another influencer. She came from the trailer park. You know, she got a vibe. Like, I don't know. Like, people that come from the trailer park, they got a vibe. And every time I see somebody that be like, oh, I come from the trailer park, they immediately look like a big-ass guy with a wife beater, stains or no stains. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like Santa Claus. Oh, they automatically look like they got an aura of Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, hey, ho, Merry Christmas. You know, I don't know. But they got a vibe. And they always got a story of domestic violence. Like, always something, honey. And they come to America. But they're the one that's most fucking racist. They're so racist. They're so discriminative. They're so, like, when they side with somebody or when they do something, they automatically go into, like, trailer park mode. You know what I'm saying? And they just start like, oh, well, you know, like, it's like, get out of my house. Like, you know, it's one of those. And I'm like, I see you keeping it in. I see you keeping it in and stuff like that. Like, it's like, oh, you go to school, you dress up in barrettes and stuff like that, and the man is sitting, I don't know what it is, but the man is sitting, watching his TV, drinking his beer or drinking tea or whatever the shit is. But most likely, I think they drinking beer or some shit like that, smoking cigarettes or something like that. Talking, feet up, crusty ass toes with men, something jitis, whatever the shit is. Like, you know, that is you did, and they the way how they side with people, the problems, it's like it don't make no fucking sense. Like, it's like I just said, like, I'm sorry, and they still going off. Like, you know, trailer park people, I'm not gonna lie, if you like read about incest and how there's like the system of incest is and stuff like that, because it's all about like fantasy, give and receive, you know, that like it's like that parent approval. Like, you know, that parent approval vibe. The trailer park, and then you put the trailer park inside of an incest environment here. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Like, bitch, it's like, that's the big bang right there. That's the big bang right there, honey. Okay? Like, that shit is crazy, honey. Anyways, let's get inside of the read. Let's see what's going on here with the energy. Maybe I'm being a little biased because the people that I know two people that was from the trailer park, you know, but I knew somebody from the South, all right, and they wasn't in no trailer park, so they both in the South. But my close friends, well, one of my close friends at the time, she was you know, from the South. I don't know if she lived in the trailer park, but they always said that they live in the house in the South. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up with that. I grew up around people who had houses, or like, you know, they lived in the brownstone. Also, growing up, I grew up in a house, apartment, whatever the situation is. Okay, so my thing was houses. My thing was like home, white, black, like very traditional, okay? And then when I meet people that's from the trailer park here, I mean, you can even see it in my aura, like something about my energy feels wide and brown, okay? Like it's open wide, right? Pronunciate your words, right? Okay, and like, I mean, are you lucky you, you know? But it's true though. Like, and then when I see people from the trailer park and they have backgrounds, I be looking at them like, are you okay? Like, why are you so jumpy? Like, they look like children that was jumping on a bed or something like that, you know? And I'm looking at them like, I don't think you should be jumping on the bed. Like, I don't know, but all of the people, I met two of them. The people that I've met here, honey, I don't know. Unless somebody in my family not, but I'm probably not close to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be like, soup with the fried rice. You know what I'm saying? And I met Chinese people too. I met Asian people, and they give a home. They give a home, like whites, black, tradition. Like, they do pronunciation. Okay, but like, The trailer people that I've met here, I'm like, these motherfuckers is not. And you know what's crazy too? Is like they have something like a house. They still don't emanate that shit, bro. They still be like thugging and bugging, bro. They be wildin', honey. And you gotta catch them right when they about to side. They got they got a look in their eyes, or they got like they holding on to an aura. They're like, I'm trying so hard not to snap, being a trailer bitch, being a trailer dude. You know, I'm trying so hard, you know. It'd be so like, oh my God, bitch, breathe, Christina, breathe. like, oh my God, bitch, breathe. Oh my goodness. We got Fortune Light coming out. Okay, so you guys are really, you know, when somebody's trying to breathe too, like, bitch, breathe. You got it. Almost not right there. And then imagine you like find, you know, them people that too, like imagine you was in a situation with a trailer park, you know, and they doing all that, and then you meet somebody from a home. Like, let's say you grew up in a home, you grew up in a city, there's a homo snap right there for a minute, like, oh my God, you know, like you gotta look at the face expression. That should be hilarious. It's like, yo, dude, Christina, I don't think you should fuck with the home. Okay, I don't think you should fuck with the home. You know, like I don't think it should. The bitch went wild right there. She just saw a roach. The bitch is in the city for her whole life, and you coming over here looking like a whole damn water bug. Okay, you can't do that shit over here. We almost now for a minute right there too, but we're communicating with you because we understand the bug life. Like. It's no offense. Like I bet you guys are trailer people and y'all like you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all laughing up too. Okay, so anyway, so we have Fortune Light here. So y'all being blessed right now. Y'all being blessed here. We have phases and endings. So yeah, everything must come to an end. All right, so okay, so I'm hearing the hardest part is over. Right now, it's not over for you, but it's about to be over. Okay, this could be something about your solar plex chakra. Now, I do have a read about the solar plex chakra here. It was about like when there was what do you call it? There was like a new moon, or I think it was like a solar eclipse or something like that. I also tapped into the solar plex chakra being blocked as well, and it was for insecurities and noticing things here. This is for from the divine masculine here, so this is about to end here. You know, solar plex chakra also deal with willpower too, so that some of you guys have been going through a situation with like boundaries. Yeah, this shit's not happening anymore here, so your boundaries is understood now. Okay, I also see that somebody, with the flower of life here, everything must come to an end. It's like cycles and phases here. You've been around the block here. You've been around the world, and I. You found your baby. Yeah, we have union meetup here, so you guys get to meet up with somebody here. But I'm seeing that you know like not to trust this person though. Okay, we have understanding and awakening, but you probably don't understand that. Over energy, we have strength in reverse here. And we have source coiling here. So you should probably not trust this person because whatever, like, I don't think this relationship is supposed to be ending, okay? I don't think this relationship is supposed to be, like, you know, going through the situation like this, okay? It's honestly because of this person or you guys here, but I do feel like you're getting your point across with all this yellow here. And with trust here, this is definitely somebody that you should not trust. All right, and I do feel like with understanding and awakening here, what the understanding is the fact that this person is not good peoples. That's it. This person needs to go learn. All right, they need to understand that things is about phases, and this is somebody that's trying to hold on to like a certain phase. Okay, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You must let everybody have a slice of the cake and then bake a new cake. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are like, okay, I'm trying to make a new cake, and you're not doing that here. Okay, so this is obviously like, you know, a disagreement in your relationship at your job or whatever. Okay, someone is causing you. They would rather you be stuck in a phase here. Like for example, I was dealing with this situation at work, and this girl, she constantly kept leaving early. It don't matter what your medical situation is, bitch. You can't leave early all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was like, you know, I was really good in sales and stuff like that. I had compliments from the boss, you know, corporate, you know, she also brought like a situation to me. She said, if you do this amount of times, you know, you get this amount of money, you know what I'm saying? Or you get an extra bonus in your check. I said, that's great. You know what I'm saying? But then this girl, she kept leaving here. And I said, why is she leaving? And I can't leave. I'm working all hard and shit like that. And she leaving early. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to stay here if I'm doing all this shit. Was she doing that? So I was decided to leave. One day, the manager, this is her peoples, they all the same nationalities, right? one day, I think it definitely was a nationality thing. Because when I was talking to her, she looked like she was looking at me like, oh, it's because we're Hispanic. That's it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you're Hispanic or not. Bitch, you don't got one inkling of African American. I don't care about your descendant here. Like the white guy said. He said, you need a few generations so you could get to the white side. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, honestly, the shit that he was saying, it's not that it's a lie. Okay, I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? But in some cases, or in a lot of cases, I should say. Okay, because there's a few people that is on welfare and they do take care of their kids, and genuinely they can't unless they do it the bad way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like that's what the system is about. Okay, but I do feel like it is some form of help. Okay, but anyways, she just went to decide. I said, let me talk to the manager. She said no. She told me I cannot talk to the manager, the head manager. She was out that day, and she refused to have a conversation. She refused to give me my phone call, like I was in fucking jail. She refused, and I said, let me go get my phone. Like, let me go talk to her. She said, no. And I said, you know what? I quit. She was all up in my, you know what I'm saying? Like, all up in my space and everything. And I said, why I can't have the phone call? Like, why? What the fuck? And I said, I quit. And I got my stuff and I left. I hope that bitch get fired too. Because she dead ass saying that she gay. And she over here in the corner with some dude. And like, oh, like, I said, I don't want to see that shit. I felt comfortable. That was the minute where I was like, I don't want to be here. Because I'm like, I never worked at a job where it was like, I felt like I was at home, you know what I'm saying? Not even at home, but I felt like I was in a world of like, you know, it felt like, you know I talk about incest. It felt like incest, you know what I'm saying? It felt like, you know, when you know the mom and the son is doing something, or the dad and the daughter's doing something, that it's like a hissing sound. When you see incest, it's like a hissing sound. It's like, and it's so hot, you know what I'm saying? Like passionate, steamy. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I was in the back too. I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. And that was a minute where I was like, yeah, I don't trust her no more. Like, I don't want to be around you no more. Okay. I'm like, she's fired. Like, you know, I didn't want to do that. And then on top of that, she rejected the phone call for me. And I said, that's a number 2. And that's why I said I quit. Because I don't want to get to the third one. Because I said, first, you doing all that shit. That's your friend. Second, you doing all that. I can't talk to the manager. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this here. The third one, I don't want to be here for the third wave. This is like the fucking 7 bowls and shit like that. Like the Bible. I'm not doing that. You know? And the manager, she was just a softie. You know what I'm saying? Like, she kept talking to her one day. The girl that's always leaving, she kept talking to her all the time. And then the bitch, I was like, you don't see that she's making you feel good? And then she's like, oh, yeah, like, I might have to leave early. And the manager said, you could tell her stomach dropped. Like, and I was like, so you don't see that she do this to you all the time? She's just buttering you up, and then she's just saying what she want to say. And you still not firing her. I'm like, you're so soft. All right, so, and that would have been my third strike. Like, the manager would have been like, oh, you can't, I'm calling... she would have been probably like, oh, you know, you can't call me. Like, she was right. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Because if I talk to corporate, and corporate saying that, you know, she leaving all the time, corporate would talk to her and be like, yeah, she can't leave all the time. Like, I understand what you're talking about. Like, you can't leave, you're wrong. But how many times she's been leaving in a month? Like, you know, and you still haven't fired her? She would have got fired on the spot. Or she would have got written up, you know? And they would have been like, nah. So... But anyways, y'all shouldn't trust this person because this person is not letting go of the phase. And my point for the story is, you know, this person just needed to like let loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand, like, I can't be in this role, and I didn't ask to be in this fucking role. That's like people who just getting people knocked up on welfare. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't ask to be knocked up. I didn't ask to get knocked up and you to go have sex and have babies out of woodlock or out of all this shit with baby mamas and baby daddies here. What cause are you supporting? Bitch, you just raped me. Okay, and then you want to talk about me and taking you to jail or taking you to court? No, I didn't ask for this shit. I got a degree, or I finished high school, I'm in school, or I'm doing this. I didn't ask for all that stuff. I asked for your honesty. I thought you was for real. You wasn't for real. Now I got to take matters in my own hand. And this is what the universe is putting you in a position of. You need to be in a position of needing to understand now that this person is not letting up a cycle. And you are understanding that this cycle is done. You got the phase and we got the flower of life. You're not only showing the phases of the moon, you're also showing the flower of life here. Excuse me, mind, body, and soul. That's what you're seeing here. You must make a change in the mind for it to be changed in the physical realm. You're not changing. So the universe went spiritual and scientific on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, universe is not playing here. Universe is using these people as like fucking guinea pigs for your ass. Universe is like, I want you to see this. You must see this. Okay? Remember this shit. We have chakra beacon. You're being called. And your chakras is calling out to you here. Your chakras that are calling out to you is your solar plex chakra and your throat chakra here. You're going to need to talk to this person about, like, you not seeing that this is a problem. And what the fuck I'm saying is the fact that it ain't the right time for us to end, but it's going to be the right time soon. And your chakra's bleeding this too. I'm putting your ass in check. Like I said, you gotta, you know, check somebody's mom, or you gotta check somebody's dad, you gotta check a boyfriend, girlfriend, or roommate, or something like that. I'm putting your ass in check here. So that way you could be pushed in alignment. The universe is putting you in a position where you're gonna align people, places, and things. I'm hearing you got that right. Because the universe is like, we're not doing this. We have clouds, heaven, and you're being protected. You're being protected here. I'm like, what the hell is this? My lipstick. You're being protected here. Over energy, we have past ending here, and we have water bugs. You also are direct. Like, you could have been going through a situation with your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, an old company here, and people know that this situation wasn't working out here because somebody wants you to be a side chick or side dude. They wanted you to be a side piece. They wanted you to be like a worker. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same situation here. I'm not a baby mama. I'm not a baby daddy. We're not doing this. This is not going to be a hit and run here. This is not going to be like, you do all this shit for me and then you send me the medical bill and it's like, I thought that shit was for free. I thought you was going to hook me up. Nah. That's not what I was. That's not what it was. That's why the universe is like, yeah, no. And this is making you a main chick. This is making you a main dude here. Ain't no push and pull. You got this person direct attention. I quit. Let's get one more card. We have waves of love, and we have water bug in reverse. You love being the main chick. You love being the main dude. You love getting your point across. Ain't nobody gonna stop you either. And this person, they need to see this, and they're about to see it. Ain't nobody gonna stop your grind. Over at energy, we have peace. I love you. Peace, love, I love you. You love your inner peace. And we have past ending here. And your past relationship, your past jobs, they see that too. You rather choose peace rather than reality. This is some bullshit too. Also, when you meet people like this, you gotta trust that these people doing incest, child pornography. I mean, like, you name it. Okay? This is like, and that's the thing too, when people are like this here, it's like, I don't understand how you leaving yourself wide open for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, you just so hurt. You just don't want to let go of shit like that. Like, it just don't make any sense here. You leave yourself wide open. It's kind of reminded me of, like, you know, when all them people, all the enemies, laugh at my pain could be important here. So Chris Brown, you hear me? Chris Brown could be important. He's a Taurus. What's his name? Kevin Hart could be important here. But, like, it's like all the enemies. It's like all the enemies is, like, locked up in jail. And they're like, ugh, like, you know, oh, you're here. Like, you know, because it's like everybody try to do all that shit here and everybody's locked up. Okay? Right now, they got people locked up in jail or they in prison here for no damn reason. Like, that's the wrong person. Obviously, you should be locking up somebody's mama, somebody's daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because you raised that child. And not only that, but you came home. You mean to tell me every time the motherfucker came home, you didn't see them doing whatever they was doing? Like, you was in the house, it's like a story too. Like, there could be a story out there when a mother's like, I didn't know he was raping a girl. I didn't know he was doing some shit, but she was in the back of the room the whole entire time, or she was in the kitchen the whole entire time, so you didn't see. So you really gonna go with that story? You really gonna go with that story? Like, how obvious can that be? You obviously was down with it, or you were so scared, but then the person kept doing it over and over and over again. It's like, so you wasn't scared. Because, I mean, like, you ain't going to shop for like 60 something years or 26 years. Like, come on now. You don't make no sense. And I know people scared, but it's like 26 years. Like, let's be real. Really think about it. But I do see that this person you love yourself. And this person going to be in the same energy that you like your inner peace rather than some type of reality. I'm telling you right now, you're extra. Something about your jobs. Your jobs remember you. Your jobs remember you because they like... You understand what you're highlighting when you're there is phases, okay? Like opportunities. You are the one that was all those opportunities. You're the one. You're the one here, honey. you were the one with all those opportunities here. And also somebody too was like, oh, I swear that's my twin flame, or I like, no, nah, they was some for some of them, but you wasn't a twin flame. Okay. Also as well, this was also one of those situations too where it's like somebody was jealous because you were on the journey of your twin flame, or you didn't know you was on a twin flame journey. So this person could have been looking at how successful you were, and it was like, oh, you're bound to be on a twin flame journey, and this person's been trying to figure this out. Okay, or you're bound to be in this like, you know, high respected relationship, and they was just so fucking jealous. They saw that, that's why they just try to keep in one place. Universe was like, no. Over energy, not the over energy, but we got the mark here. Think about the mark you want. Think about the mark you want to leave or have left. This is an excellent time to go for it. Listen to the rhythm of your beat and around you. Remember, don't leave for another. Listen and create within. Don't limit thyself. Hashtag in fact, hashtag infatuation. And that's what you guys are going towards right now. After you get to this awakening energy, you're going to be like, you know what? I've been marked. And yes, you've been marked that you like your inner peace here. Now, after you guys mark, you're going to see your Fibonacci sequence, your Fibonacci code more. And your Fibonacci code could probably be like, you know, you have to be more, you have to put your balance and put your boundaries up. When somebody meets you, they may be like, okay, I like you. They like you because your boundaries is up. They like that you have a lot of respect for yourself. But sometimes they don't know themselves. So they start acting and moving. And then before you know it, they're like, oh, I like your boundaries. But then, you know, this is kind of coming off a little too hard because they boundaries ain't as strong as yours. So they don't got as much boundaries up. So they just think that, oh, you know, you can ease up and stuff like that. Oh, it's the beginning of the relationship here. So that's why your boundaries is up. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, motherfucker, my boundaries is going to be like this for the rest of my life. That's how that's going. And the fact that you're meeting somebody like that, this person ain't yours. This person ain't ready. This person ain't it. Because this person will see from a mile away that your boundaries is like this to the day you die. And sometimes you need to recalibrate. And they're going to fall in love when they help you recalibrate. That's amazing. And you're going to be with somebody like that too. I could feel it. You're going to be with somebody who's like that. Because this person, okay, this is just, you know, this, right? To, okay, this is it. That's how this is going. Some of you guys here, you guys could be in getting back with your ex-boyfriend and they like, no, I know what this is. You guys could be getting back with your ex-girlfriend. They like, no, I know what this is now. I know how to do it. Also, you could be getting with somebody's friend, okay, from the past here, or your past friend here. They're like, I know what this is now. I know what this is about now. For some of you guys here, a lot of your past people in the past here, they're listening to this. They're listening to this energy here. Solicitous, it could be important here. And those of you, this energy is happening right now as we speak. And your partner or this situation, they're like, wow, okay, all right. Like the shade is real, but I see your peace is more important than whatever the reality that we in. So that is all that I have for you guys here. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, and to share. Look in the description box below, see what I have to offer you. Check out my Instagram. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.